I'm Dr. Carter, and I'm here to work closely with you guys throughout the term, just as you'll work very closely with one another throughout the term. I'm available by phone and by text. I welcome those, and my students text me quite often on Mondays from 9 to 2, but a quick text anytime is welcome. You can be sure to hear right back from me during those hours. Um, this is my cell phone number so that you can reach me most easily, 903 And of course, I'm be in my office as often as possible. So I'm here to work with you guys, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys. There'll be some times in the semester when I will try to set up times to uh, actually have a conversation with you guys via phone, especially as we work on these projects. I went over the list of texts and the overall picture. The main idea here is that I'm deeply committed to the idea that reading and writing and conversing about these things um, are rich ways to write more sophisticated prose in a variety of modalities. That means that you're using a lot of digital tools in your own writing right now, and I've got some additional suggestions that you may or may not be familiar with. All of these are free, all of these are very easily accessible, and there's also hardware that if you have a Mac or a PC, you have the tools that we need, or you can easily download those. There are some additional items that are available in the library that you can work with, and we can talk about, some more about whether or not those would be useful to you, whether that's important to you. A quick overview of our projects, and again, as these come up long before it's time for them, we will have had multiple discussions about them. I will have introduced them in detail. You will get opportunities to do peer review and so forth. Um, the first digital media project is called Picturing Local History. You're going to this is your first assignment, first writing assignment, first essay assignment. You're going to be bringing together some images from our archives that will help tell a story that you pull from one of our core texts, which would be, in this case, a collection of essays about university alum here called Memories of Old DT, and also from the memoir that I mentioned earlier, the John Carlos story. These are choices for you. We will take this one bite at a time. We'll try some images together. We'll look at some photo essays. We will discuss what works and what doesn't, and so forth. So that'll be something we work very closely with as well. And you'll have as also a series of blog posts that are, basically these short essays where you work through these ideas with us in more sustained ways that will help lead you to delivering these rich multimodal texts to us. The second essay, a little bit later in the semester, is where we're going to take on video. And it is really, if you haven't done video before or photo essays, I still think, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised about what kinds of things it enables you to communicate. And there will be some frustrations, just as there is any time you're writing. If it's really easy, then you're not reaching hard and far enough. But we'll be working together to do little tiny things. I call these sandbox activities, where you can play with the media in these risk-free environments, and then we will build towards that. You'll be more than ready. You've got a number of options for that assignment. We'll talk about that. The midterm essay, for me, you can deliver that by text, or you can deliver it in another way. It's going to happen around midterm, and it's going to be your chance to reflect on some of the texts and ideas that we've been dealing with, and help explore with me and with yourself how you're going to approach revisions of these earlier essays to develop them into a web text that will bring these themes together. And I'll show you some examples of those. And the other thing that's going to happen towards the end of the semester, okay, that's midterm. Towards the end of the semester, you're going to give me a reflective statement that says, these are the things I learned, and you're going to draw on the objectives, and we'll have discussed that quite a lot, and I will show you some examples very soon. The big project is your digital storytelling project, and basically it is deep revisions of the two major essays that you've already written. It's going to include portions of the reflective piece that you do. It's going to have an overview that introduces the site. You're going to have your two essays. You're going to deal with some issues of creative rights, which I'm going to talk to you about. As the course wears on, we'll have plenty of work with that. And then finally, I expect regular enthusiastic discussion online, and that includes these activities that we'll be doing in terms of playing with these things, these sandbox activities I mentioned. It also, of course, includes your showing me that you've done your reading and effectively demonstrating that as well. I'll have assigned some reader responses you'll be expected to complete, and these will appear on your blog. Don't be concerned about any of this. I will walk you through every step. Just main thing, keep up with your readings and use those discussion areas. My students find those incredibly helpful because you're being held accountable essentially for helping one another out. That's the heart and soul of a class like this that brings the vibrant possibilities to bear. The Writing Center is available for you. Highly recommend making use of it. There's also an online option for those of you who can't make it here. And so that's a little bit of an overview. And I encourage you now to take a look at the course plan in terms of when the assignments will be due, and click through the various available links so that you can see what the overview is. But as soon as possible, get in there and introduce yourself and meet your classmates. I'm looking forward to working with you.